We haven't got a menu, got stew and ale.
Let's have everyone start by rolling a d20. I will ask a question, and you can think about it while I'm giving a recap. This week's question: who in the party would your character trust the most with their life? So last time, on Regaining Lost Power, we... what did we do? We had the party meet up inadvertently with Ysera, the Baroness of Samra, and she was making an attempt to escape from the estate, from the Baron himself, and anything that has to do with him. And she was fleeing, asked the players for help as a guard showed up, attempting to rescue her from them. And before he could make any moves, Ashe used her teleportation skills to get out of there with Ysera, along with you. And you all showed up in They Marsh, where the Baroness had a little bit of fumble, not really sure what to do. She hadn't been outside of Samra pretty much her whole life. She didn't do a whole lot of exploring or traveling. She was mostly a trophy wife for the Baron. So she asked the party what should she do, and if they had any advice for what was a good idea for someone brand new in the city. And we got some pretty bad rolls on the party side, so they kind of scared her off, and though they suggested some pretty good spots for an inn for her to stay at. She left them to that, and then they went to their respective sleeping quarters, whether it was the temple or the Emerald Enclave or the guild or a tavern. And even though they had a ferocious battle and were caught within a hair's breadth of their life, they were not done for the evening, as Aja experienced some unfortunate circumstances and did her best to examine the sword that they found in the Shar Plains. This sword was giving off taste and smell of blood, and she couldn't explain why. She tried to examine the sword and just barely held on to her own wits as she thrashed her own room. After recovering through that bit of rage, she decided to put away the sword and have a night's rest. Though she did get a full night's rest, she was plagued by dreams of sailing and getting caught in a storm and nearly drowning. The rest of the party had a pleasant night's sleep, feeling refreshed from the day before, And they all met up at Ashe's temple, the temple of Mishkal, where Aja explained to the party that this sword is not what it used to be. They examined the sword, though they did figure out that there was a definite aura of blood surrounding it. They couldn't figure out what was different about it than the last time they saw it. And so they stuffed it back into the bag and decided to not deal with it until they destroy it later. This is where they were going to leave the temple, and they met Hysera making a donation to Mishkal. And being well rested and level heads, they asked Hysera if where she was headed and if they wanted to travel together for a time. Hysera thought this was a good idea, being that this was the only group of people that she knew outside of Samra, and she couldn't really trust that many people for fear of being sent back to her home. And so she told them that she wanted to go to Assam, and she was going to talk to some people there and figure out what to do with her life next. She also had some interest in the group of people who were currently going around and destroying artifacts that inspired the Tits to do the same. And she wanted to know about these people and try and find them. Maybe they had some answers as well. So, on deciding to head to Calimport, they were originally planning to go by boat, but with Aja's dreams, she refused outright and said that maybe they should go by land, as a shipwreck dream might be a bad omen. And so they headed across the ferry and started their travel north along the mountains to go the wide route to Calimport, the desert merchant city. Now, Sheila.
Yes.
Who in the party would your character trust the most with their life?
Loki.
Do you want to explain, or is it just simple?
Oh, I've been very impressed with Loki's abilities and skills. He did get through that. I mean, when he won the tournament, I was really impressed. Sheila was very, very impressed by that, and she likes, and he seems to be a pretty trustworthy guy. That's straight up and no nonsense, and none of this sneaking around or being, yeah. She thinks he's pretty square.
All right, great. Aja.
So I feel like it's probably not mutual, but I feel like Aja trusts Ponderance and Cthulhu the most, because those two have put in effort to try and help Aja in one way, like Ponderance had helped. He essentially sacrificed himself so that Aja could continue forward in the tournament. Because when he looked at it, I believe his logic was I think she has more of a chance of actually competing in the next round. And so he kind of helped Aja, get through that part of the tournament. And Cthulhu, similar reason where he also kind of helped her, but though it was grudgingly, I feel, he helped her with the maze portion. And I feel like Cthulhu is also I feel like Cthulhu has helped Aja another time. I just don't remember when. But I think it's those two that she trusts the most. And I believe she also trusts Ashe in a way, but like I don't know, it's also kind of hesitant because Ashe is like, you know, religious. And Aja's just, you know, doesn't really trust gods.
And Loki.
Well, I would say I'm gonna say Sheila, just because I understand Sheila better than I understand any of the others is in the group. It just I feel like I have more in common with her. Particularly like Ponderance just freaks me out still. Yeah.
He never explained why he glows blue.
And I don't know that I completely trust Aja. And Ashe seems, you know, like well-meaning, but yeah, I just have more in common with. I just trust Sheila more.
So this is kind of an off question or a side question, but has to do with trust. Do you think, as all three of you in general, do you think anyone in the party has some kind of ulterior motive to why you're questing?
I don't think so, but I always entertain I'm always entertaining the possibility.
I'm not sure on what Cthulhu's motive is. Like, it seems like he's just tagging along for the fun of it. I don't know what his motive is, but I know, like, you know, it doesn't seem like you're like, no, yeah, we're gonna save the world. He doesn't seem like that, like that's on his mind. So I'm curious about like what his motive is. Like, there's like, why is he with us? Why is he along?
And this is the one time that they can't defend themselves in that sense.
Right.
Right.
Let's talk more shit about these teammates.
What's your deal, man? Like, what's the deal?
Which of you hate the other party members the most, and why is that?
Say,
God.
Point out
party
their
members,
flaws.
Say nothing if you have ulterior motives. Okay, well that speaks for themselves. Can't trust them.
Okay, well, you are traveling by foot, since you decided not to take a caravan or a wagon this time, and you are going up the road along the Alamir Mountains. These mountains are to the west. The Lake of Steam, which you have known for a long time, spending time in the marsh, is to the east. And this road is pretty well traveled. Most people take the boat since it's a lot faster just to pop over to Calimport. But this road seems pretty safe regardless, and there are a lot of other people. Occasionally you'll pass someone by going a bit slower than you, whether in a wagon carried by horses or maybe a family moving up to a different town somewhere else. You'll also see people coming in the opposite direction, traders, wanderers, strangers, all sorts of kind of people. And um, you we can't really roleplay this now because Ashe is not here, but following Ashe's advice and accepting the teachings of Mishkal, she has decided to accept some of the gifts that Mishkal has to offer. And so she has become a celestial warlock under this goddess, the goddess of healing and good light. So Ysera and Ashe will have a bit of conversation about what to expect under this this goddess's teachings, how to go forward, what to do when you get into a dangerous situation. Ysera is very new to being on her own in general. She's been raised a noble, and so she will need a lot of teachings through Ashe as a cleric. So she is in conversation with Ashe quite a bit on this journey. The rest of you walking slowly, you can have whatever conversation you'd like. If you want to share the items that you bought while in Thaymarsh before you left, you can. Don't have to. I mean, they're your items, but if you feel like it.
I have to look up see how many of these items I'm wearing are already attuned, because I do believe this new hat I got is going to require me to attune it.
Well, I bought a crowbar and thieves' tools.
A what?
A crowbar for reasons.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
thieves'
For
tools for
crows.
reasons. For crowing bars.
Well, yeah. Before you had a crowbar, crows had to drink at home.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's a bar in Portland called Crowbar, and I love it. And thieves for tooling as well.
Yeah. Well, wait till you hear what I got. Okay, I got your classic collapsing rod. You know, so that you can carry a 10-foot pole in case you really want to touch something, but don't want to get too close. Yeah, and I got a piece of chalk just in case we need to leave marks. So I thought that would be handy.
That's smart. Yes.
I got get this, an immovable rod. So it's just like a 3-foot long rod, like a magic rod or something. It's an iron bar, and you just place it and you push a button on it, and it doesn't move. It just stays put, and you can't move it. It's just magically held in place. It can be in midair. Doesn't matter.
I think you're going to have a lot of fun with that.
I understand it stays immobile in relation to its surroundings. That's
Yes, if you
as
put it in
opposed to-
place, the world doesn't spin around it because it's relative
because
to the
that would
ground.
be right. That would be truly immobile relative to something. But I think this is immobile in relation to its immediate environments.
Can you imagine how much damage it could do if you just put it in the underground and turn it on, and the world just span around it?
Yeah, it
Just a new axis.
just
Oh my gosh, this man seems a little more dangerous than I thought he was.
Anyway, I thought that would be great. In a mobile rod. If you need to block a door closed or something, it's great for things like that. Weight something down.
Yeah. I could see it like you being used like a. I mean, I can't help but think of like how they had those commercials and like the late 90s, early 2000s of like the handle that would just extend and pop, and then you would put it on your steering wheel so people couldn't break into your car or steal your car.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, so that's what's coming to mind right now when you're describing how it works. And I was like, yeah, so people don't steal our carriage.
Yeah, you just put it on the horse
Yeah.
hitch and turn it on.
Exactly.
And the horses can't get away.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any echo when Milo talks?
No.
Any what?
Well, he sounds really far away to me, and I think it reminds me of those times when his voice is actually coming through my microphone. I'll mute myself if you can still hear him.
Okay.
I also got a bag of tricks. Just because I think bag of tricks are fun. I got the gray bag. Yep. So that was pretty cool.
That's the one I have.
We're up to half the party
yeah?
having bags of tricks.
Tricks are for kids and
Yeah.
the
And
tits.
some healing potions, an elixir of health in case anybody gets paralyzed or something, or and some oil of sharpness because that's pretty cool. But it's an awful lot of gold for just a one-time use. But if you need it, you know what they say about needing it and not having it. I'm asking, do you know what they say about needing and not having it? Because I don't know.
I believe it's something hoarders say.
Oh. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, that's what I thought I did pretty good in town. How about you, Sheila?
Okay, we'll try this. I got a helm of teleportation. I'm just trying to discover now what I need to attune, and I can't for the life of me tell which things are aren't. I would assume that magical harp or something I was given.
So the harp and the
Instrument
helm.
harp is. Yeah, the harp and the helm. I have a +2 shield. Is that an attunement thing? Usually those are.
Nope.
Okay, so good. All right, I'm good. I have other. Yeah, so it allows me to ask teleportation 3 times a day. Yeah, teleport spell. So I just put that. So and I picked up some haste potion. Potions, yeah. Potions of speed, and they give you the haste spell. So yeah. I don't know, that might help.
Also, Loki still has some dusts of celerity.
Oh, that's right. The
one dose.
drug dose. The drug dust that they gave us. Wait. Why did they give that to us?
Yes.
Why did they give us the drugs to win the tournament?
Because you were doing so well and the crowd loved you. They thought it would get them more money if the fan favorites won. Wanting people to come back more next time there was a tournament.
I see.
It was rigged.
It was rigged.
Now playing game gets flat point next.
All right. Well, you are heading north. I don't think this road has an official name, but it's the road north of Sildorfor and along the Alamir Mountains. You'll head north for a bit, and then you'll start heading west until you get to Miritma, and then head south to Calimport through the desert. And on your way, you see quite a few people just coming and going. As you're walking, you're making pretty good time, having your conversation about the cool stuff you got. Talking about what these things do and the next leg of the journey after you destroy these current artifacts. And as you're walking, you start to hear from in front of you to the north, you start to hear a very faint music sound. And you see that in the distance there's a bit of a crowd that has surrounded one of the carts that is headed north. And probably about a dozen people with this cart, and as you get closer, the music starts to get louder. Oops. And you are walking, and you see that there is a wagon or a cart with a roof, and on top of that roof there looks to be a very small person that is winding what looks like a God, I had the name for
Music
one of
box?
the one of those record players that has the giant horn on top.
What are they called? A something phone. God, what are they called? Where they have like they play a record, right?
Yes.
Phonograph. 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 That's what they're called.
A gramophone or phonograph.
Gramophone.
Yeah,
Phonograph?
I believe it's pretty much the same thing. But it's not really important, but it's kind of cute. You see this very tiny person spinning. It looks like they're having like to really go at it because they're so small on this phonograph, or gramophone. I don't know. Whatever. And as you get closer to the cart, you hear a voice that's very extravagant and jubilant, talking to the crowd as if the person is trying to sell whatever's in the cart. And you get closer and you see there is a man talking to the crowd of people, and people are very enraptured and entranced by his speech. He's saying, "Come on, come down! Freffil's got all the goods you want, any sugary treats you'd like. I've made something new, something beautiful, something delicious. These sugar bombs are what you're looking for on this trip."
Snacks.
Would you like to see what's going on?
Absolutely.
Yes, Aja definitely does.
Okay.
Road food.
So he
Sugar
is.
bombs. That sounds great.
He's handing out these little little treats. They're brightly colored. The Roji Biv, colors of the rainbow. Just people handing in coppers, silvers, all this kind of thing. And he's handing them out like candy. And he spots the 7 of you, and he says, "Oh yes, adventurers! I notice you anywhere. would you like to try one of my delicious, fantastical sweets called Freffril's Sugar Bombs?
Are
Those sugar bombs. I hope they don't explode.
yes, are they free or are you asking for money for them?
They explode with flavor, but yes, I can't make anything if I'm not making money. For the lesser ones, if you just want to taste, they're just a copper each. For some of the more flavorful ones, they're about a silver. And once you get to the more extravagant, delicious, wonderful flavors, ones that even have magic in them, I can offer you one for 10 gold pieces.
Now, when you talk about magic, can you tell me what kind of magic they'd have in them, or is it just some generic magic? Like, in other words, it's just lemon.
Oh no, it's just not generic. These can do all kinds of things, from making you feel faster, move quicker, float in midair. Oh, you can
I'll
even...
I'll take a bag of 10 of your best.
Oh, right.
What would that be, like 100 gold?
That's a great offer.
Do they actually explode?
Well, if you'd like all the flavors, I have 10 special magic flavors. They are varying in cost. Some of them are 10 gold, some of them are 20, and, well, we don't want to talk about that one. Anyway. And...
Wait, what? I want to talk about that one. What is that one?
When you mention that, the music screeches to the halt. The pixie that was on top jumps down on the counter next to him and kind of gives you the stink eye, and he leans in real close and says, "Are you sure you want to talk about that one?" And the crowd looks at Asha in rapt attention.
I do. Duh.
Well, don't take this one lightly. At 25 gold, it foretells the future.
I will take that one.
Are you sure?
It tells the future. Who wouldn't want to know the future?
I will add a warning to this. It is not a happy future. It is a grim future, but some people like that. Some people love the danger. So I'll ask you one more time. Do you want this treasure? This sugar bomb?
What does it taste like?
With that, the pixie will jump back on top of the cart and start playing again. Oh, well, all my candies are wonderfully delicious. I assure you the most expensive one tastes the best.
Oh, man. I really want it, guys. Do you think it's a good investment? I don't know if you heard.
Yes, you
Tells the
should.
future. All right, I'll do it. 25 gold.
And I would like a bag of 10 of your $10 10 gold piece candies, please.
So we only have 2 flavors that are worth 10 gold.
Oh, well.
The other 7 are worth 20.
Flavor.
The cheapest 10 gold ones are my everlasting sugar bombs that last a very long time, as their names suggest, and also you also get some of the tricky treat sugar bombs that look like little tiny pumpkins.
Oh, I like those. And what do they do?
The pumpkins do a variety of things. They can give you little tiny wings. They can give you eyes that look like a snake's.
That's interesting. Kind of.
Your
it's
eyes
great
can also
for
change
Halloween.
different colors. If you, not recommended for children, but if you drink alcohol, it will cure your alcohol so you can drink more alcohol.
Oh my god. I'll also take that one.
Oh, but these aren't guaranteed. The pumpkin ones are random. Never
This
know
is
what
a
you're gonna
scam.
get in a box of tricky treats.
So
Please,
yes,
sir.
that is what I want. I want a box of tricky treats.
Would you like... Alright, well, a box of tricky treats, you will take 10 gold from that.
Did I get the future bomb?
Yes. So this is the tricky treats that he's offering. I'll have you roll 5d8. Loki.
Okay. Oops. Dang it.
You could get an upset stomach from eating this candy?
Don't eat it
Oh.
too fast.
In other words, I'm afraid your stomach might blow up.
Okay, and
Okay.
so
I
there
got my
are...
sugar bombs.
Oh my god, it could poison you. Dang. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You eat too much candy, you're gonna get sick.
There are 24 tricky treats inside of that satchel. And then he'll take the 25 gold and hand you this.
Doomsday cookie.
Now, if you're interested in our other ones, the ones we have, the 20 gold ones, are Kindle Egg, the Levy Bubble, Peppermints, Jolly Ooze Beams, Hasties, Tasty Tongue Twisters, and Shielding Turtle Sugar Bombs.
Turtles. Ooh, we gotta get turtle.
Is it like a real turtle? Or dead turtle?
These turtles are filled with molasses and caramel.
Yeah. I love turtles.
Those come in packs of 2 and are 20 gold.
Okay, I'll take a pack. Here's another 20 gold.
Thank you, young sir. Really getting into the music.
Yeah, I was just like, well, I've got my doomsday cookie. I'm good. And just starts jamming. She just starts dancing to the music.
Now, young lady, would you like any of my sugar bombs?
I do believe I will. I would like. Well, I'll just try like nice little. Oh my, look at this. They look lovely.
The ones you haven't tried yet are the Everlasting, the Kindle Egg, a pack of Levy Bubble, Peppermints, Jolly Ooze Beams, Hasties, Tiny Tasty Tongue Twisters, and Shielding Turtles. Oh, I guess you have tried that one.
Oh, well, the shielding turtles. I'd like a bag of shielding turtles.
Alright, they
and
come
the,
in packs of 2.
Levy. All right, and the levy.
Get a peppermint. Get a peppermint.
All right, I'll get a peppermint. We all want to try everything, so I'm getting two shielding turtles. Okay, and how, I'll take some peppermint. How many peppermints come in a pack?
The peppermints come in packs of 2.
Okay, and I'll take a couple. See what that's all about. And you mentioned something that was a levy something. What?
The pack of Levy Bubble comes in a pack of 5.
I'll take 5 levy bubbles. Alrighty.
And
what else did you
I want a
mention?
package of Hasties.
All right, and a pack of haste. How much of the haste, or what? How many come in there?
These come in a pack of 5 as well.
Okay. All right. What do I owe you, sir?
Well, the Everlasting and the Tricky Treats are 10 gold. The rest are 20 gold, except for the Doomsday Cookie.
Anybody else kind of curious about the Doomsday Cookie?
Yes,
So
I
that
already.
was how many
I already.
gold?
That was
Hasty
25
sugar
gold.
was 12.
The Doomsday Cookie was 25.
All right.
Yeah, I bought it.
All
He
right.
only had. I don't
So-
know how many he has, but
So how much gold now? Yeah, I'm not good at math. 10, 20, 30?
I already
40?
gave 25. For the Doomsday.
You're buying a pack of Levy Bubble, the Shielding, and the Hasty?
I'm buying a shield turtle, the peppermint, lady bubbles, and haste.
Alright, that would be 80 gold.
80 gold. Well, here you go. I'm just going to give you a whole plaque. Call it good. How's that?
Is there one other thing you would like to buy?
Well, sure. She
Well,
wants
what
to
else?
buy. She wants to buy a go ahead and get a Hasty for me.
Alright,
All
one
right,
more
a second.
Hasty.
Hasty there. All right, and I hand it over there.
All right.
Money back. You now have 5 hasties as well.
As my shielding turtle sugar bombs.
Well, we'll see if this is just somebody, separating us from fun or not. But yeah, it should be fun to try. I've seen a little Mike Peckish on the road.
I'm gonna eat a sugar bomb right now. Shielding turtle sugar bomb. They look great. So I commenced to eat one.
Alright.
You're right. They are delicious.
We have a satisfied customer. Everyone, listen to him. He loves this. You'll love it too. Anyone else like to buy anything?
I'm good. Wait, bubblegum?
Tell your friends about Frefil and his delicious sugar bombs.
Where are you located? Do you have like sister locations?
Brick and mortar?
Well, I mostly stay in the area near They Marsh and Soldor 4, but I am currently going north to Tomon, trying to expand my horizons and see what's up there, if I can get a good profit up there. But I'm mostly in this area.
All right. Well, you have like a, outside of just traveling merchant cart, do you have like a physical location?
That's what I'm working towards.
Ah, I see. Well, good luck to you.
We'll remember the name.
I'm keeping an eye on Loki. Make sure he doesn't sprout a shell or. Is he looking about?
Alright, Loki, when you eat one, it's very sticky and chewy and tastes like caramel and molasses wrapped in chocolate. And it
Perfect.
kind of feels like it weighs you down. You move slightly slower when you do it. It's just like very heavy candy. But
That's great.
you you feel as if you could take a little bit more hits if you had the chance. Free up a hand. Aja, did
So
you want
maybe
to?
when we go to get it, we're going to be popping candies.
Better than popping drugs. What?
Did you want to look at your fortune?
Oh, yeah, okay. I will consume fortune bomb candy thing. Doomsday candy.
Sugar bombs. Here.
All right. Roll a d20 as you eat your doomsday cookie.
What's it taste like? I got a 13. Lucky number 13. Perfect for a doomsday cookie.
As you start tearing open the cookie and eating it, it's surprisingly sweet and salty despite its dark color, and you get a hint of smoke in your nose as you eat this. Quite a bit better than the blood that you've had to go through the past couple days. But as you eat the cookie and you take out the piece of paper that's inside, you read the text. Beware the Viridian in color and emotion.
Oh,
Type that out for me. Beware the Viridian in color and emotion. What does this mean? What is a Viridian? This is lame, future. I don't understand what it means. I'll keep it. I'll put it in my bag of
Great.
holding.
you realize viridian is another word for green.
Viridian?
Yes,
Beware.
it could be.
Beware the green in color and emotion.
Yeah. Sometimes they say green with jealousy.
Kind of a bright blue green color.
Well, this is
The
great
word
because I'm not really a
Yeah.
fan of green. Green just doesn't look good on
yeah.
me.
Oh, all right. Hey, I don't see nothing in here about them peppermint. They didn't come with a little cardboard in the package to tell you what they do. Oh, here we are. Okay.
Oh, God. Why does it look like it's bleeding?
Oh, I
Jesus.
guess they do have. This is scary. All right.
Forbidden candy.
It's pretty sharp.
Oh, God. Into tiny, painful shards. I choked on one of these and almost died. In real life. It's those
That was
peppermint.
scary. It was
hard
very
candies.
scary.
Wow.
I can
Well.
understand it being deadly. Or painful. Bleeding. Ugh.
Tell you what, that was an experience. Everybody in that restaurant jumped to help.
I just remember Giannis patting my back. Like,
Yeah,
they're
that's
there.
not helping.
Except
He just
your
went out,
face.
just keep patting her. It's got-
I remember just like, this is, what are you doing? It's just like, it's time for you to go, I guess. Goodbye. Pat, pat.
It felt so bad. It felt so bad about that. Gosh. Okay. All right. Peppermint. Oh, that's an interesting thing. These could be handy. You got to remember to eat them. I never forget to eat candy. Reminds me, I think I have some chocolate.
All right, as you continue walking north, the sound of Freffel's gramophone fades into the distance, and you continue on. As you are walking, you see people going south against you, see the commotion and get excited and rush to see what's going on. And yeah, so you continue north to. You continue north to Tolman. It doesn't take you too long. It's about roughly a day's travel to the next town. And then beyond that, another day's travel to Yeshbeck. But it's pretty uneventful as you make your way north. You get to Tolman. It's later in the day. If you want, you can rest in an inn or camp outside. If you rest at an inn,
Yeah.
you'll be it'll be 11 silver. Pretty good accommodations. They are used to getting travelers, but don't really expect people to stay there a long time and spend money. So 11 silver for a single bed with a room.
Okay.
Yes.
I want my own room. Oh,
I'll buy a solid. I'll get a solid room.
come on, listen. That money is just burning a hole in your pocket, isn't it?
Well, I have more money than anybody else right now.
You sure do.
So at that 7 rooms at 77 silver. So I'll just give a gold piece.
Okay. With that extra money, you can get dinner and breakfast the next day to set out.
Okay, we'll call it room and board.
Yeah. Continental dinner, continental breakfast. And so you have a good night's rest, and set out the next day for Yeshbeck. Roughly another day's travel. Goes by pretty fast. Not a whole lot of commotion going on. It's a lot less popular to go this route than between Soldofer and Tolman. So you don't see as many people here, not as many attractions. Takes another day to get there, and you get into town. And it's 15 silver if you want to stay in an inn this time. It's a little bit better. It's more homey, a lot less travelers, but they will prefer to take care of the people in town. So they want to make sure that it's a little, you feel more at home here.
I pulled up a map that I can actually see because the other one's so blurry. We're in favor. Where are we at now? Which area? Hello?
We're right there on the map. If you look at the screen. You gotta zoom in.
Oh. Oh, this is much better. Well, where'd you find this map?
This has always been the map.
Well, this is the map that I've had. If you go into Discord, into documents, you'll have this map that you can look at on your off time. But we use this map if you want to like draw on it, show your travels and whatnot. We have some of the artifacts already in place around. I'm expecting, or at least hoping, that you'll, when you get to Calimport and find out the next locations, that you'll be able to mark down the locations of the future artifacts.
I looked at Vacid's that was the one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Also, if you use the ruler tool, it will be exact for distance.
Cool.
And where are we going again?
Towards Tulman? No, we're going the other way.
Calimport.
Ah. Okay. Can't go across the forest, huh?
Well, you can if you want to skip through the forest and go off road.
Would I know anything about this forest? Being a ranger and all.
You can roll history or nature.
History or nature?
Yes.
Let's go with nature.
That's really good. So you know that in the northern part of this forest is pretty relatively fine. The town up north there will use it for forest work, and Daramar will use it for like forestry and whatnot as part of their trade, using the river Ith as transporting logs down to Miratma. So it's pretty safe along those lines. Once you go further south towards the spider swamp, it gets a bit more tricky. Like there are parts where it's pretty dangerous, but I mean, it's possible that you could be all right.
It's possible you could be all right. Think about those words. Does the spider swamp sound like a nice vacation retreat?
I mean, it could be like Iceland, Greenland, where it's just like it's named that to keep people away.
Sure,
Because
there
it's
may be
really
no
nice.
spiders in the spider swamp at all.
I mean, it could be just.
It may not
gators.
even be a swamp.
Wait a minute. We have a map. Is it shaped like a spider?
No.
If it's shaped like a spider, there's certainly spiders in it.
Well,
No reason to call
Raven
spider.
kind of chose a bad spot to set up encampment and become a tiny town between the mountains and the spider swamp.
Yeah, that looks like a bad. But on the other hand, it looks like they have a fairly decent harbor, that area.
So yes, with that roll, you know that the northern part would be pretty safe if you wanted to kind of cut through the forest and go like on the southeastern part of the Marching Mountains. You could probably scoot around the dangerous parts, though it'd probably take the same amount of time as you were going off-road.
So it's not really worth it. Is what
What
you
are
said.
your do you have favorite terrain?
No, because I wanted it to be useful.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Like every time I've seen rangers take that, they're never in the terrain. So I
Yeah.
went for the generic deft explorer.
Okay.
So that I'm just an it replaces my natural explorer feature. You are unsurpassed explorer and survivor, both in the wilderness and in dealing. You can gain the following benefits: canny, roving, tireless. Let me look those things up. Canny, it just increased my bonus for survival and languages, and roving just increased my speed. So that's all.
Okay. Yeah, most people who take the favorite terrain usually want to like choose a campaign that mostly focuses on that. Like if you're mostly in the mountains, if you're mostly in the forests, if you're mostly in the Underdark, that kind of thing. But not a whole lot of campaigns like focus on that. And it unfortunately it kind of breaks the campaigns that are focused on that because like it's supposed to be challenging, but when you add a ranger to it that has that favorite terrain, well, it's not challenging at all because they don't have difficult terrain, they don't get lost, and they easily find food. It's weird. It's like a weird double-edged sword. But anyway, yeah. So once you get to like the northern parts of the Alamir mountains, or you can just go all the way to Sardush to head south. Or you could go to Duramar, take a boat to Maratma, get a little bit of speed there, and then head south.
Well, I like the idea of taking a boat. How do you guys feel?
I mean, I'm really against boat, but
Yeah, that's just the whole boat thing because of the
bad
dream of what,
Ah,
bad omen
right.
of shipwreck and yeah. So that's why we didn't get on a boat.
I see. Well, all right. You got to respect that. It happened, I guess.
I mean, I don't normally dream, so that's why it was weird and
So
concerning.
that was
That's
you,
cool.
Asha, right? That didn't want to get on a boat.
Yes, I was one that had the dream because I don't normally dream, and I was like, well, that's weird. That's ominous. So yeah, still against it.
Okay. So you can either pay the 15 silver for rooms, or you can camp out in the wilderness if you like.
Pay the 15 silver for rooms.
Okay. It will be a little bit before you'll be able to have another room again. So
Yeah, it's 15 times 7. That'd be 105 silver. So.
Are you broke yet?
1 gold and 5 silver. No.
I think you'll be all right.
1 gold and 5 silver.
I think the difference between the few and Loki was the few was like, we're rich and kind of retired early. And Loki's just like, no, yeah, I'm just gonna spend it, but I'm still gonna do stuff and be an adventurer. I just get to sleep in a nice warm bed when I want to.
There you go.
Don't buy a mansion, buy a humble home, keep it small, make it not flashy, and then you'll have money to spend for not spending it all in
your means.
Mansion.
There's nothing wrong with living within your means.
Yeah, I got 287 platinum left, so
I think you'll handle the trip.
Yeah. The only way the few are gonna get back into it is if they're like, all right, guys, we're out of money. We gotta get back to adventuring again. Gotta pay the bills.
We have debauched our way through our fortunes.
Yep.
Hey, you wouldn't be the first professional sports figure or rock star to do that.
Seriously.
Run for politics, everybody.
All right, so you have your you spend the night, have a really nice homey experience. You feel real welcome at this spot. They want to make sure that you're feeling the best before you take your long trip up to the crossroads where you go to Sardush. And you head out the next day, and after I guess, like, since there's only 3 of you, you'll be camping out. Which of you will be doing which watches for
I'll do
camping?
the first. I'll do the first watch.
Okay.
I
I'll
only
do the
need
second
4
watch.
hours.
I think Cthulhu should watch all night.
Oh, there we go. They are with us.
Yeah, they are.
I'll take 4 hours watch and then Cthulhu the rest.
Sure.
I'll
All right. So
I can take a watch. It just doesn't matter. But,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'll have Aja roll perception.
Perception. Perceive good things, hopefully.
All right. On your watch, you see that there are a lot of travelers such as yourself that are keeping their camping distance a little bit away from the road, but you can still see their fires from where you're sitting. Most of this land is pretty flat until you get to the mountains, where it drastically upclimbs. And you see around you as the hours go by. Occasionally another campfire will go out as people will be heading to bed. It's very peaceful. It's quite the contrast from camping at the tournament, which was the last time you actually camped outside, and it's actually really relaxing. You feel as if you're once again in your natural state. You're in nature. You're not surrounded by tents or buildings or lights of the city. You're under the stars once more. And do you keep your fire going for your watch?
No, because I have dark vision, so I feel like she would be overconfident in that, and just like, yeah, I don't need fire, put it out. That will just make people attracted to us. Like last time, then strangers showed up, and it was a whole thing.
I agree. We don't need a fire overnight.
Yeah, so I put it out.
Okay, as you put it out, you kick the dirt over the top and douse the flames. Now that there is no light coming from a fire, there is a glow coming from a person that is directly next to the fire that you did not see before.
What?
Lovely.
It's a person?
This person looks like they are crouched down on their knees, face right next to where the fire used to be, hands outstretched as if the fire was there again, they'd be trying to warm their hands.
So I put the fire out, and then I see this figure, right?
Yes.
So Aja, I don't know if they've noticed me, but Aja's gonna pull her bow out and notch an arrow, and then say in a quiet but calm, loud enough that he can hear me, or whoever it is. I'm like, who are you, and why are you in our campsite?
Now, I assume that grabs my attention. At what point am I aware of what's going on?
Aren't you asleep?
Oh, okay. So I did. Oh, okay.
This is Aja's watch.
Oh, she put it. I went to sleep and then she put the fire out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone went to sleep and Aja stayed out of the camps, the tents to keep watch.
Okay.
So Yes, so you get your bow and arrow ready and you like kind of size up this person, which is pretty easy because it looks like they are very close to being in the fetal position, on their knees, sitting bent forward, very close to where the fire once was, hands outstretched. And when you talk to them, the person looks up, and you now get a better look at what they are wearing. It looks like their clothes are sort of it. It looks like an adventurer's tunic. Could be nice, but if it wasn't for like their tear marks in it, like something tried to claw at him. And he looks up at you, and he asks, "Please, I'm so cold. Just a bit more fire."
I asked why you are here in our campsite.
I'm so cold. Please, maybe some fire will scare off the beasts.
What beasts?
The beasts in the area.
What kind of beasts? I still have my bow notched.
Right. He sits up on his heels and clutches his arms together as if looking for warmth, and you see him visibly shiver very harshly, as if this is the middle of winter. It is spring, so it's more of a cool evening, but he is just really shivering as if there's no heat to be found in his tattered, shredded clothing. And he says, "Just a little bit of fire. The beasts, they will come if you don't have it."
What is your name? Tell me your name and I will start fire.
My name, Hans Frolfel. I'm on a journey north, but I am very cold and hungry. If you would like to share, please be kind.
Can I roll an insight?
Yeah. 12. So he looks pretty desperate, as if like he's on the edge of surviving, and as if whatever he's talking about is out there to get him. He's a bit paranoid, possibly. He looks like he really needs your help.
Do you have money? Firewood isn't cheap, sir.
Pats, finally he opens his arms and pats his tunic pockets and like looks for a coin purse and grabs something and reaches out a shivering, trembling hand to you and opens it, and there's a ghostly coin purse in his hand. He says, "Take whatever you want, just help me."
I will unstring my bow. Not unstring. I will remove. I will
disassemble it.
Loosen my hold. I will
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what the word is. It can't come to me. Uncock it.
Unknock
Is
it.
that
Or notch?
Unnotch it. Yeah, I'll unnotch it, the arrow, and still have like kind of cautiousness, but I'll keep my eyes on him and I will start the fire.
Okay.
But I want to make it a small fire.
All right. Do you take the coin purse from him?
Yes.
Okay. Before or after you start the fire?
After.
Okay. So he watches you with quite a bit of attention as you get your tinderbox out and start lighting the fire once more, pulling the sticks out of the dirt, and once you have the smallest little bit of flame going, you see his eyes light up with the flames reflecting upon them, and you go and you take the coin purse from him, but when you do, your hand like just goes right through him. And,
I've been
and
scammed.
and even though like you haven't grabbed anything real, the coin purse disappears as if you had, and he pulls his arms back together and scooches forward close to the fire and really gets in there. Thank you. Do you, possibly can I ask for some food as well?
Okay. Listen, Okay. I have elk meat I can give you. I will take out, I guess, a pound of that.
Your kindness is much appreciated.
And I give it to him. And I will ask him like, so, where were you when you were attacked by this beast?
Do you cook the meat? Like, do you throw it on the fire first, or do you just give him the raw meat?
I feel like I can just give it to him. Like, I guess I'll ask. I was like, do you want it like cooked or?
Okay, so you hand it out, and very quickly, he grabs at the meat, but his hands go right through it, and he pulls away, and you see in his hands as if he had actually grabbed the meat from you, and it looks like a cooked piece of the meat that you gave the elk, and he starts munching on it quickly. You still have the elk raw meat in your hands, but it looks like he grabbed something out of it, and he's eating whatever it was you offered, though in ghostly in form. And
All right.
he's chowing down on it, and once he finally gets like a breath of air that's not containing elk meat, he'll catch his breath for a moment and say, "Oh, not for long, not far from here. The mountains, they bring the beasts down at night. Their hunger, the cold, they want whatever they can get." And he goes back to eating.
Okay. How many hours has it been? Is like my watch almost up?
It's been like 3 hours, so pretty close.
I'm gonna go wake Loki up.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna gently like call out to Loki, like, Loki, shift
Alice,
time.
What?
It's shift time. Like there's watch, but also I need you to come check something to make sure I'm not losing my mind.
Okay. All right. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, I get up.
So
Okay. What's up?
do you see anything like a person at the fire over there?
Oh, you relit the fire.
I did, yes. It's not as big as it was, but I feel like just something small. Do you see the? Does he see the guy?
Yeah, he
Do I
see someone eating cooked elk meat.
Okay, I think that guy's a ghost. I think he died in the mountains that we're headed to. Seems kind of wealthy. We should
Okay.
look for his body, maybe tomorrow or
Hey,
in the
sir?
coming days.
Hey, sir, excuse me.
He'll look up to
Um,
Loki.
Yeah, is there anything else we can do for you?
The kindness of the elf was most appreciated, but I need to find shelter. Shelter! And he gets up. He drops his ghostly elk meat on the ground, half eaten, and he looks around and says, "No, no, they're here! Run, run!" Oh! He turns to run away from the camp, and it looks like something scratches him in the back. These massive claws cut up what's left of his adventurer's tunic, and he falls forward, and he hits the ground, and he says, "Save yourself," and he disappears from sight. But
R.I.P.
what he leaves, where his form fell forward, is a lantern.
R.I.P. Hans. I barely knew you. Well, that was weird.
I walk over and pick up the lantern.
You
And I
go
look
over to the
around.
lantern. You grab it, and unlike his ghostly form, this is physical. You actually grab it and pick it up. This looks like a dark hooded lantern. Its frame is completely black, as if it was charred. And you see where the center of the lantern would be, where the candle might be, is a very faint glow.
Okay, and I look all around me. Do I see anything?
You look around and you see the dotted lights of the various campsites. People stay and watch. Those who can't see without light need a campfire. So along the road there are a couple campfires still going. But other than that, you don't see anything different from when you first went to bed.
Area seems to be empty, clear of any people or animals at this time.
Any hostile creatures, yes.
I examine the lantern more closely. Do you want me to roll anything or to?
You can roll history or arcana. All right. So, as you look at the lantern, the light from the fire helps quite a bit, and you see that, though this lantern itself does not have any kind of lighting indication, any kind of candle or flame inside of it, you see a faint glow from within, and it looks to be the same blue color as the man that was struck down by some wild beast. It is possible that this adventurer had something with him that could help out when you were trying to figure out what had happened previously. So, like, you know, in like Dark Souls games where people, like, you touch a blood spot and it tells you how somebody died.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the feeling that it could do something like that, where in the last little bits of someone's life, you could tell what happened.
I see. So it records your last final moments and what happened.
According to that Arcana roll, yes.
Perfect for detectives solving murders, as long as everyone has it.
Well,
Well, no, so the lantern doesn't just have the life of this person. It has.
It can record others.
It can, if you go to a spot where someone's died, you can figure out what happened.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. If you want to learn everything about what this does, you can have someone identify it for you.
okay.
So, free lantern. Well, I'm gonna go
Alright.
to bed.
Okay.
Good luck.
I'll watch. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat one of my tricky treats.
Nothing like doing an edible the first moment you wake up.
I'll have you roll a d20 then, if you're having one of your treats.
I'm having a tricky treat. I roll a d20.
Okay. So I want you to make a
Oh,
con saving throw.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Con.
Okay. So you bad first experience for the
Yeah.
candies. So you taste it and it tastes like someone's left their Halloween jack-o'-lantern out until like January and it's just spoiled rotten and
It's
feels-
almost as bad as circus peanuts, isn't it?
almost. You feel bile coming up in your throat as if you're going to like vomit and retch, but you hold it back and keep it down.
I don't think I want to keep it down. Okay, this was nasty. But I take heart in that I know that they are all different. So I continue my watch.
Okay, make a perception. All right, pretty good rolls. So Aja, you go back to your trance, and Loki, you sit out and you kind of examine the lantern and the tricky treats that you got, and seems like you've kind of had a spooky time so far. Whether it's candy or pumpkins or ghosts, this is quite the first leg of your journey to Calimport. And for your watch, you don't see much. Near the end, you see people start to get up. They want to get a head start on the day before the sun even comes up. And packing up tents, putting out fires, getting quick meal in before they continue their journey. And when your watch ends, you wake up the rest of the party.
Okay, so I wake everybody up. And wait. I go to cook
Is that what
breakfast.
happened while I was sleeping?
Oh, sure. Okay, so we'll fill everybody in on the weird man and the lantern that he left behind. And other than that, It was pretty uneventful. Oh, would you like a candy?
I'm good.
Okay, I start cooking breakfast, and I use my immobile rod. I set it over the fire to hold the cooking pot. I just put it about 1.5 feet over the fire and click the button, and now I've got something I can hang the cooking pot on.
All right, nice. Getting some use out of it already.
So we'll make breakfast, and chat for a bit, and then I guess we'll pack up.
All right. So you pack up and continue your journey northward. You get to the crossroads where you can either continue north or head west over the Alamar Mountains. If you go through the mountains, you will end up in Ravensport, Almraven, and then have to go through the Spider Swamp. But would you like to continue north, or would you like to go west?
Can we see the map again? Okay. So, west. I mean... Oh my god.
I think it looks quick. Oh, wait a minute. Then we have...
I wanted
That
to
would
go
be where we
through...
go across.
I want to go through mountains. I think we should go west.
You want to go through the mountains?
Yes, because, like, that guy's body's probably somewhere, right? Like...
All right. Does that mean we're going to go ahead and get on a boat at Chaka?
At where?
Manchaca?
We'll see how...
We're going to Calim.
Manchaca?
Yeah. So if we go west right now, then we're going to get on a boat to finish our journey.
We don't have to take boat. We could, like, walk along coast.
There's no road. I suppose that's all right.
We can figure that out when we get to Manchaca.
Fine by me.
It's much easier if we just went north. Yes, it's much further. But it probably won't take much longer. It'll be slow going through the mountains and the spider swamp.
Maybe. Maybe not. You said it's the same time both ways,
Okay.
Me?
right? Yeah. DM?
No, it'll probably be faster if you go through the mountains.
Oh,
But it's
see?
more dangerous.
Oh.
Yes. Well, we laugh at danger. Ha,
Exactly! We've survived worse things. Like fire
All right, the mountains it is.
and stone
Oh, yeah.
golems. And those dragons that we saw one time.
Yeah.
I
Well,
still don't know the deal there.
Hysera, if you head west, she will continue north. She cannot really
Oh.
take care of herself, and if you're going a more dangerous way, she doesn't want to risk it. So she's not gonna say, I don't want to go, so we shouldn't. She's just gonna say, if I'm not ready, I've just begun my journey on this trip, following the word of Mishkal. If you want to go, I best head north. Continue on the safe path.
So, Aja, what do you think?
Oh, dang. I feel like we shouldn't abandon her.
We just got her. I feel terrible about this.
Yes, I feel like am I still like entranced by her or whatever, charmed?
Yes, you aren't. It's not as strong as
I
before.
was.
But
Yeah,
you
I
and
know-
Loki still feel like you want to make
Yeah,
sure
I'm like,
she's
if
safe no matter what.
she's that sure about wanting to go north, I want to go north.
Yeah. Yeah, if she's like, no, I'm not gonna go that way, I'm gonna go north. I'm like, okay, fine.
We go
You talked me into it.
Okay.
So we'll go north.
This isn't the DM being like, "Oh, you should go north." It's
No, I
your
get it.
choice.
But if Aja's still charmed and Loki's still charmed, and that's essentially 2/3 of the deciding party here tonight, the two charmed people are probably not going to want to abandon the person that charmed them.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I'll come back for these mountains again.
I'll conquer you one day.
I'll find your treasures and get my payment for the firewood.
The firewood that was already burnt, that you just dug out of the
Yeah.
ground, and the meat that you didn't give. Okay. So you see the crossroads and decide that going north is probably the best bet. And you head further that direction. Over time, we'll say you camped out and various uneventful things will happen. And over time as well, since you have been trekking and camping and roughing it, it's harder for Hysera to keep up the glamorous lifestyle that she's had before. Being pampered on in Samra, being the Baroness, less access to hot water and stuff like that. No baths for a little bit, even if it's a couple days, like you start to notice something a bit different. And as you are like walking, camping, you, Loki and Aja, you start to feel the effects of the enchantment start to wear off over time. It's as if her natural beauty is being covered up by dirt and sweat and just the griminess of going traveling and whatnot. You still feel as if like it's you feel sorry for what she has to do, and you want to make sure she's safe, but it's less of a magical thing and more of a moral thing now.
Feeling like less attracted to her now that she's getting a little more grimy.
She's finally taken off her gold bands on her horns, and she wants to hide more of the jewelry that she's had before, trying to be less out there and seen and whatnot, trying to blend in with y'all, you guys, the other grimy
Y'all.
people at the party. So yeah, so if you, Loki and Aja, it's less of a forced thing, more of a bond connection. You've spent a little bit of time with her, so you feel closer in that regards. And you make your way up to this crossroads between these two cities. She will continue north with you. You see the last little bits of the Lake of Steam behind you as you head north to Sardash. several days go by. It's pretty uneventful, and you manage to find your way into another town. This town is a little bit more commerce heavy. Trade routes go through here. It's not as big as a lot of the port towns, but most places don't really have a choice but to go through this town to rest, get new resources, sell the wares that they have before heading out towards their next destination. So this one's a bit more trader, merchant heavy than the ones you've seen in the past. It'll be another 15 silver to find it. Rooms, of course, you can always rough it again. You've been roughing it for a while.
I don't feel any need to rough it whatsoever.
Hey,
I would like to find the nicest inn we can find.
Okay,
I would like to wash some of this dirt off. I don't know. How about you?
I agree.
okay.
So I'll break down another platinum piece.
Since Yeshpek, it's been about a week. Just to give you a good idea of all the things. Hey, Aja, your bow is finally ready for whatever
Oh
foe
yeah.
you decide to slay. Make sure it's dead.
Yeah, sworn enemy cooldown. So I can murder things again.
Freely murder things without the regret of having weaker attacks.
I promise you I have not learned my lesson.
I don't doubt it.
It will just continue to make everyone her sworn enemy and then immediately be like, they got away. Dang it.
I say we're in Saradouche. I mean, we should all go out to a tavern.
Absolutely. Let me warm up my bagpipes.
Well, any good taverns in this town? I ask the innkeeper.
I would say that if you're looking for a nice, quaint place, you should go to the Blessed Tanger Hostel. They have some of the best food, a drink you won't forget.
But I drink to forget.
Well, they have those too.
Okay.
All right, let's go there.
That's yeah, okay. In the tavern, like, are we able to find it pretty easily?
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to find a good.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
So yeah, you do find it pretty easily. It's like Seems that a lot of people recommend it. It's in the center of town, and a lot of people are heading towards that way as well. Maybe not quite a tourist trap as it is just a popular pop-in location.
Well, I order an ale.
Who's
All
the
right.
shadiest?
Ask if they have any specials. What's the evening special?
Well, there's a for this week we got the party popper. It's quite poppin', as it were. It's the cider. It's imported from the logging town down the road.
Okay.
Pear cider.
Sounds interesting. I was thinking more about food.
Food. My
Do you have any
apologies.
daily specials?
Well, we got for dinner tonight. We got sun-cured ram and red berries. With carrots on the side.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, we'll have that.
All right. It'll be 9 silver pieces per plate. Thank you.
Would you be open to like purchasing some elk meat for a discount? Or maybe trade?
Oh, I don't normally be on the Persian side right now. If you want, you can talk to Jimmy in the back.
Yeah, I'll go talk to Jimmy and Beck.
Hey, Jimmy! We got a customer for you.
Okay. I'm paying 64 silver though for all our meals.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, dear.
That'll
If you
be
can sell some milk meat, great, go for it.
I'm gonna go talk to Mr. Beast in the back and try and sell my elk meat.
'Cause we're a little tired of elk.
50
Yeah.
copper. 50 copper for the ale as well.
Excuse me, sir.
All right.
Do you mind if I play some music?
Oh, well, if you want, I'll just reaches behind the counter and presses something, and the music that plays seems to be playing automatically just turns off.
Oh, that's fancy. Well, look at that.
That's all yours.
All right. Before everything gets too quiet and awkward, I go ahead and pull out my favorite instrument and tune it up and just start playing a little ditty. So get people just a quiet one during the meal. Then I'll start playing something a little bouncier later if people get a few drinks.
All right, roll performance.
I will. Oh, let's roll something. Woohoo! See how I do tonight.
All right, so you start playing, and it sounds good, and it's really in beat with the music, or in the mood that you want to set kind of for dinner. But some people aren't really used to it, and they just like start hear grumbling that's happening, like who turned off the mirror duct? And not everyone here loves it, but yeah, You see that the bartender's kind of like, as he's talking to people, just kind of getting in the groove a little bit, trying to make it so his decision to turn off the music was the right choice. But yeah,
All
you
right.
perform pretty well.
Thank you.
All right, so you, Aja, you head to the back, the
Yes.
kind of go around. You find the kitchen, and you enter, and Jimmy the Beast is making food, taking the ram out of the stone oven and garnishing it with the raspberries and the carrots. And she's like, "What you want?"
Hello, Mr. Jimmy the Beast. I was wondering if you would like to buy some elk meat. You know, refresh your menu. It's really good meat.
Kind of busy right now. Maybe as I'm plating up some stuff, you can give me some samples.
Sure. Well, how about I help you with plating so we can get to this transaction faster?
With this business is a constant flow of orders coming in. It'd be faster if you just show me.
Okay.
He kind of nudges to a table that's surrounded by food. It doesn't look like he's really concerned about raw meat being on a table.
All right. I distribute 64 pounds of elk meat.
Gosh. It takes you
Good
so
Lord.
long. It takes you almost all night to pull out these hunks of meat, and he's just like, "All right,
It's as fresh as the day I killed it, which was
you don't have to
I
tell
can't
me
remember.
that. The less I know about when you got it, the better.
okay.
I didn't quite expect you to pull all that out, all that small bag you have there.
I want to make sure you understand the quality meat this is, and I smack the meat.
It still feels warm from when you cut it from the animal.
Oh, it's still warm from when I killed it. It's amazing. So I'm thinking, like, can I roll a persuasion to try and get a good estimate?
Yeah, you can roll persuasion.
Okay. 13.
Okay, so how much do you want to sell it?
I'm thinking meat. Well, how much is like our meal was like 82 silver or something like that?
Well, no, it was 9 silver.
Oh, 9 silver
for a
For
plate.
one.
per plate. Okay. But all together for the 6 of us.
Was 9 times 7, it was 63.
63. Okay. I'm thinking 70 silver.
Oh, that. All right, that sounds amazing. You got yourself a deal.
Excellent.
Hey, Fred, give this person some. How much 70 you said?
Yes.
Eh,
I will
give-
deal with it up front.
Jimmy, I'm busy. I know I'm busy too. Just give this. What's your name?
Oh, Aja.
Give
Pleasure to meet
Aja
you.
some silver, about 70 pieces. Did you buy your meat? Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It got a great deal on it. All right, Aja, get back up here. I'll give you your money.
Okay. Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
That-
Very big fan.
If you
I'll
if
be
you
on
ever
work.
have more elk, I'll take it.
Oh, of course. Elk, bear, you name it, I'll bring it. I'll leave. I'll go collect my money and happily sit at the table. with a big grin on my face.
All right, you sold 64
So
pounds
my
of
elk-
elk for 70 silver. Yeah. You go out. Your food's cold at this point because it took you so long to pull out all that meat out. Sheila has finished her ballad, or not her ballad, just like music, bardcore. Music. The bartender has turned back on the music that plays from whatever corner of the bar has the magic, and everyone else has finished eating. And you sit down, eat your cold ram. Worth it for 70 silver.
Worth it. Tastes like hard-earned money.
Did I get any tips? Didn't get any fans?
Yeah, so he had a couple people in there. You got 20 copper and 13 silver. Pays for your meal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Loki. It's like, how much was our meal? It was like 7 silver, 6 silver.
It was 9.
Does you remember?
It was 9? I will give you 9 silver. Thank you for buying my meal. I'll give Loki 9 silver.
Okay.
Okay. So you have your meal. I'm not sure if anyone purchased ale or any other alcoholic beverages. But yeah, if you'd like to do anything else before you head to bed, you can do so. Okay. So you finish your food, finish your drink. Say goodnight to Fred, and
Night, Fred.
shout to Jimmy in the back.
Night, Jimmy.
Good night, Jimmy.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
These are nice guys.
With more elk.
Of course.
Broke.
All right. So you spend the evening in beds after a week of camping it and roughing it.
Feels great.
You finally are able to get a bath, wash all the grime off, the dirt, and next morning, if you'd like, you can eat breakfast. Surprisingly, it's biscuits and gravy with elk gravy.
Imagine that.
I didn't even know you
That
could
is
make
delicious.
gravy out of elk. That's amazing.
Tell you.
Oh man, there's a place in Portland that has elk gravy, and it's so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
There's a bar on Burnside. I don't know if they're still open. It's been since like 2018, but yeah. Anywho, yeah. So since you were so good the night before, they have this meal for free. Though if you want to order drinks, it's a little bit extra. But yeah,
That's
so
how they get you.
free food and alcohol that costs 50 silver, 50 copper.
Yeah.
don't really think I should be drinking while we're traveling. Probably not a good idea. I lost pants last time.
You did. Lost your pants.
Yeah. The raccoon gained your pants.
No, they had a stranger's pants.
Oh yeah,
They weren't
it wasn't
my
even.
pants, so yeah, so I'm wearing like stranger's pants, and I was just like, well, these are pants.
That's true.
Pants is pants.
Pants is pants.
All right, so you head out of Saradouche, having a wonderful experience the night before, and a delicious morning of elk biscuits and gravy. And you head out to Daramar, the logging town, and this road is quite a bit more traveled than the one between Saradouche and Yeshpet. This is closer to a lot of the trade routes. There's a river going by, which helps a lot with merchants going up and down it. So it's a lot more busy. You see more people around here, very similar to when you had left Silver before and saw Freffel and his sugar bombs. There's a lot more people here, and so. Head out, past people going in the same direction, see people going towards you. This road is pretty wide. It's like, I'd say it's like a 3-lane road, so if you want to pass somebody that's going slow, you can. But yeah, so you start heading out, and the road goes pretty close to the forest. Occasionally you'll see some wildlife in there that's a little bit more used to public. So it just sits there and watches people stop and gape in awe at the deer or the rabbits that are hanging out in the forest.
I want to try and shoot deer or rabbit.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. The rabbit is used to people, but it won't be for much longer. So yeah, do you want to make it your sworn enemy?
No. I guess. Sure.
If it gets away, that's gonna be hilarious.
That's gonna be so embarrassing. I mean, rabbits die pretty easily, and like, if I don't get it, a hawk is gonna get it, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the rabbit.
Okay, yeah. One of the only times where you've shot below like a 15.
Right?
But I mean, it's a rabbit, so you hit it.
Does it scream? Ah!
It starts to, but you hit it so hard that it just like dies almost instantly.
And I whisper, stealth archer.
And the people around you that are traveling just start like gasping and how could you kill an innocent rabbit like that? Start booing you.
Leave!
Hissing.
Never like. And I go and pick up my kill and I put it in my bag of holding. And we're like, yeah, we'll see how you all feel when you're starving. You'll have regrets later.
As soon as the rabbit died, the Bambi-like creatures that were peacefully waiting in the, you could even hear the song "Spring" from the Four Seasons orchestra.
I show up like Hades himself.
Yeah. And then the music like
color of the wind.
It's like what Ashe said last time, where you can basically see music, kind of that, and then it turns to the under the mountain, from Fantasia. And it's like bomb,
Yeah.
bomb, 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 and the animals scatter, leave no sign of any wildlife around. And that was Aja. Aja,
Good
ladies and
old
gentlemen.
Aja. That was Aja. Everyone else in the party seems pretty alright, except for Aja. There's always one.
There's always one.
You've collected your kill. You've probably got a couple pounds of meat, depending on how well you are able to skin it and gut it and whatnot. If you want, you can either do that now, or you can just stuff it in your bag for later.
Yeah, I'll stuff it in my bag for later.
Okay. Well, you can successfully retrieve the arrow from it too. So
Yes.
you did not
Sweet.
use an arrow on that. But now, as you walk, you kind of create a wide berth around you. Like, it seems like people don't want to be close to you anymore. The 7 of you are walking down the road, and like, just people intentionally walk on the grass outside of the road just to not be nearer to you. So yeah, you got a pretty clear shot, just straight on. Don't have to worry about people getting in your way. And you go quite a bit of a distance, probably halfway, day and night cycle, whatnot, camping. On this day, there are less people. You seem to have passed a lot of them, and there are a few less people going to the east side, so away from Durmar. And on the side of the road, the southern side of the road, close to the forest, like right on the edge of the forest, you see there is two people. You see a man. He is kneeling over what looks to be someone else. This person looks to be unconscious. And it looks like this person is possibly praying over this other person. And as you walk, you get directly north of this man that's kneeling over someone. And from the forest, you see 4 figures start to emerge out. These figures are not walking normal. They seem to be dragging their feet, moving their bodies in such a way that seems to be unnatural. And these 4 figures look like they're shambling towards the man that's kneeling over the body. Loki, your passive perception is amazing, so you hear very slight, like, whispers, possibly a prayer over this, and he seems focused on what he's doing. He doesn't see these 4 creatures emerge out of the forest.
I haven't seen anything but the same original map. Anybody else got anything on their screen?
I'm seeing the green grass and dunes and the.
Okay, that's all I see
Pleasure.
too. Okay. Okay. Oh, I see the creatures now. All right.
So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot one of the creatures. This is the guy?
No, there are 4 creatures that are shambling out of the forest towards the man crouching over the
Oh.
other person.
I see. I'm gonna
Um,
fire at the one closest to the guy. Making it my sworn enemy. Well, I assume Loki. I assume Loki saw. Saw this, right? And he.
Yes,
explained
you
it
all
to us,
see
or-
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see this. Yeah.
I'm gonna yell at the
So,
man. Look out!
so
Good
they
dice.
are about equal distance from the person. Can you point at which one you specifically want to hit?
Sure, I'll hit this one.
Okay.
Situational awareness. Out loud.
And swift death to you who have wronged me. But it's been a while since I've used sworn enemy. Get advantage, right? And then advantage is important to me because relevant accuracy.
Yeah, when you have advantage, you can roll once more. So
Yes,
you basically get
so-
3 rolls.
Boop. And I'll do one more for funsies. All right. And then a second time. And one more.
First one was a 21.
Yeah.
Second one was
20.
As Aja is taking out arrows and sniping the more white one, the whitish pale one, shooting it twice, Sheila, you call out to the person who's praying over the body, and he looks up at the creatures coming towards him as 2 arrows go into the pale one, and he jumps back as best he can while he's kneeled and kind of looks around and looks at you. And you finally see this startled man. And whoever wants to can roll for initiative.
My God. What have
good.
we done?
No, look at us. Are you gonna roll for everybody else in the party, or they just kind of like decided not to? Oh.
Okay, that's everyone. So, how much damage was were the 2 arrows?
Let me do some math here real quick. It was 8 plus 12 plus 8 plus 6 plus 9. 35. I just need to make sure that there's nothing else that gets added. The target gains no benefit from cover other than total cover. I suffer no disadvantage due to long range. And I believe that's the extra d6. Yes. So, the total is 35.
Okay. So you strike both arrows into the pale one, and it looks very upset at you, and it screeches very loud. And the man who was kneeling over the person puts his hands on his ears like, it's so much. And I'd say like the monsters and whatnot are roughly 60 feet from you. So not too far for any spells, but if you want to get closer, but the creature that was hit, making a loud screeching noise, rushes at the 7 of you. It does take its
for my bonus, would I have had a bonus action, or was that just like a surprise attack?
That was just a surprise attack.
Okay.
But it will move 40 feet closer to you, so it's 20 feet from you.
Wait, why is my initiative 9? I'm supposed to be 18.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, harumph.
Oh, I forgot to click on my. This has been so long since I played.
I did click on my token. That's why I'm on the thing. It's just.
Forgot to click up. Oh, there's the guy. Oh my.
Okay, so you are first.
Okay. I'm gonna notch 2 more arrows. Or 1 more arrow. I'm gonna do my sharpshooter. I'm gonna take a -5 penalty. This. Get a crit. Okay. -5, so that's +2. Oh, just my fighting stat. So that's 20. So that's 24. Does 24 hit?
It does.
Okay, so it takes 22 piercing plus the 12 extra piercing. Plus 10 plus another 12. That's 34. And then second hit. I guess I'll do. I don't think I can do the sharpshooter again. I'll just do a normal hit. A 22. So that's a 22 plus 2, so that's a 24 to hit. Plus 6 plus 9. So that's 49 damage. And then for my.
Wow.
Oh, and I can't use my bonus action, can I? Because I took the attack? No. I can, right?
Wait, how is it? Oh, 49 total, including the stuff before. Okay, yeah.
Well, no. It's 49 because I did, for the first hit, I did my sharpshooter where I took a -5 penalty to the attack roll. I rolled a 27 plus 2, so that's a
right.
minus the 5. That. Okay.
But, so that was 22 plus 12, right?
Let's see. The 12 plus 10 brings it to 22, plus the extra piercing of 12 is 34, plus the 6 plus the 9 is 49.
Right, okay, so altogether, it's 49.
Yeah, for those 2 hits.
Okay, that's what I wanted.
Not including the surprise round.
Correct.
I guess that's what I thought you were referring to, was the surprise round. But,
No.
Yeah, but that was my attack. And And taking the extra attack, that's not my bonus action, right? I still have a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay, bonus action, I'm going to activate my Boots of Speed.
Okay.
And I'm going to... It's 60 feet away.
Yes.
I'm going to move, like, 30 feet back.
So you're 90 feet from it.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. I
Alright,
end
so-
my turn.
The pale one gets struck by 4 arrows, screeches in pain, and moves 40 feet closer to everyone. And when it gets to this point, it will let out another wretched scream. And I want everyone except for Ashe to make a con saving throw. And Sheila, you're
That's a pretty
within
good
10
save.
feet of Cahoon, so you get a +4.
Oh, great. Okay. So I put that under Paladin. Okay.
Oh, jeez. That was the Baroness.
Uh-oh.
This is Ashe.
Does she get the bonus from the Paladin?
Yes, she gets a +4, so she gets a 10.
Okay.
That's Ashe. That's Cahoon. That's Ponderance.
It'd probably not be great if this was so one of these guys died.
Yeah. Just first battle in a long time.
It's 4 undead. How bad can it be?
Hmm.
Well, I'll let you know how bad.
They could be yeah, they could be undead from freaking Curse of Strahd.
All right, so the Baroness is the only one that failed. Everyone else succeeds. So you only take 13 psychic damage from hearing the
All of
wretched
it?
screams of this creature, and unfortunately, the Baroness falls over unconscious.
Well, she's not really useful.
She's level 1.
She's just a baby.
Okay, so next up, the decrepit one. It looks like its flesh is falling off as it shambles towards you. It moves 40 feet and tries its best to get closer, but that's all the best it can do. The other decrepit zombie one will follow that one's lead and move 40 feet as well, using its entire action for that. The Baroness will make a death save and fail, killing off this NPC so fast. Ponderance will move 20 feet to get close to the wailing one and start hitting him with his sword. For 25. 30 slashing. We'll do it again. 20 hits. So 20 total damage. And as he takes out his sword and deftly slices up this creature, it lets out another wail and disappears as if into nothingness. And then he will move an additional 20 feet to the next zombie and hit it with his bonus action. For 4 bludgeoning. Next up is Cahoon. He will cast Bless on Loki, Sheila, and Aja. And he'll move up 20 feet. To get up on the zombies and stop them. But Loki, it is your turn.
Okay, so how far am I away from one of them?
You are 20 feet from the 2 zombies and 60 feet from the skeleton.
Okay, so I cannot. That is much more than my movement. Well, no, my movement is 30, so I can close, right? Okay, so I'm going to go after the greenish one. First of all, I'll go with invoke Giant's Might. So boom, I'm bigger. And I'm gonna close and attack the one with the green background. Okay. Scimitar speed. Shoot.
That hits. All right.
And
60.
with my bonus action, I will hit again. No, wait, I'm already at 2. I have extra action, right? Yes. So I still have another action.
If you want to do your action surge, you can. But first.
Oh no, that's the surge. So I did my action and then I did my bonus. Okay, got it.
You can. So you have 2 attacks that for your action. You've done those 2. If you want to use a bonus action, you can attack with your scimitar.
Yes, those are my 2 attacks. That's what I'd meant. And this is my bonus action attack.
Yes.
Which is another hit, I believe.
Yes. All right.
So,
what does it look like when you cut it up? Kill it.
well, first of all, it's kind of this shambling mass anyway. So my first strike, an arm falls off. And I come back and I hit it from the other side, and the other arm falls off. And he says, "Well, I'll still get." No. And then my third strike, I just kind of take off the top of its head, and it falls down.
All right. You slice off the top of its head. You can see that It itself has no brains, but it wanted yours. And it falls to the ground, unmoving.
And end of turn.
Okay. Sheila.
Yeah, I'm gonna try command the that on we'll do it at level 2
So
on this. The one that looks at this. What are you gonna tell me it doesn't work?
it says it has no effect if the target is undead.
I'm just looking. Oh, there it is. Dang it! I looked too far down. Never mind. Read that too. I'll just go up and smack it. Can I get that far?
Yes. The zombie is 20 feet, and the skeleton is still 60 feet. An 11 hits. Alright, 6 piercing.
Can I do a help action on a bonus turn, or is that a full action?
Is there something in your character that allows you to do bonus action help? Because it's normally a main action. As a
Okay,
College
don't
of
see it.
Valor, you can hit it again. You have 2 attacks.
Oh, I can. I did not know that. Okay. All right. $22.
That hits. For 4 piercing. You could give Bardic Inspiration to someone as well for your bonus action.
Oh, right. Okay. I will give. Will Bardic Inspiration help her on her death saves?
Yeah, I accidentally didn't put Ashe's initiative in there, so she was supposed to go before you. On her turn, she'll heal Sarah, but
Okay.
so she will get
Alright.
her up. You don't have to.
I'll give Loki some Bardic Inspiration for his attack rolls.
Okay, I'll try to remember Bardic Inspiration. So, do I just click Inspiration? Just give myself an inspiration?
It's different.
It's a D8.
Yeah. Mine's a D8.
It's an extra D8 for your attack rolls, damage rolls, saving
All right.
throws.
All right, if I get to another roll, I'll just use it then.
All right,
It's
so
against the-
we accidentally skipped Ashe. So on her turn, she will cast Cure Wounds on Sarah, so that she is no longer making death saves. Since she's still just a child or at level 1, she'll be first level, 7 healing. Okay, she's back up. Now it is the skeleton's turn. It will use its full movement to get to the 3 melee, or 4 melee. You're all there except for Ashe, Sarah, Ashe. But it will still use its full movement to get to you. I want Loki, Sheila, and Ponderance to make charisma saving throws.
A charisma saving throw. Hey. Nice save.
Jeez.
Not so nice.
But they're in range of Cthulhu, right? So they have a plus.
Yeah, he has a
4?
+4, but that's still not enough. Don't worry, my rolls are so low, it won't matter if they're close. So Loki and Sheila, you take 2 points of psychic damage as the skeleton starts to clatter and flap its jaw at you. Ponderance will take 5. Alright, so it is top of the round. Ashe.
My guy's dead, yeah?
Yeah, the pale one is dead, and the greenish zombie is also dead.
Excellent. I will make... Which one seems... Well, I guess they're undead. They both seem unwell, but... Which one has taken more hits?
So the zombie has taken hits at all, and the skeleton has not.
Okay, I'll shoot this one. I'll make him my sworn enemy. And I'll... Blap, blap.
So when you make a sworn enemy, you can't make another one until the next dawn, even if they're dead, even if the old one's dead.
Oh. Then...
Darn it! You can't do extra
Damn
attack on
it.
everyone.
Fine. Then I'll do Zephyr Strike bonus action to give me
That
advantage. And it'll do extra damage. It'll do
Yeah.
2 force damage.
So 13 total.
And then that attach. So 12, 8, 10, so that's 30?
30.
Well, because of excuse me, right, I'm not doing the extra. So,
You're not making 2
it's
attacks
14.
here.
Yeah,
It's
so
7
it's the
plus 4
14.
plus 2.
What?
Or no, so it's not 4. So you get the 7 piercing plus your 2 force.
Well, no, I cast Zephyr Strike, which gives me advantage.
Right, but we've been using the damage from the first roll.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
Okay.
I thought it
Because-
was like whatever roll had the higher.
For
Roll
hitting,
because
yes,
of
but
that
not for
reroll.
damage.
I see. Well, that is unfortunate as I have it automatic. But,
Yes.
Okay, so then it's, 7.
7 plus
No
2.
extra piercing. So 7, 8, 9. And then the second hit will be the 26.
Well, no, I
that
thought
was
that's
the-
because you had advantage because of your Zephyr Strike plus your Elven accuracy.
Yes. So then I can hit
That's-
a second time.
Yes. But first describe how you kill the zombie.
Oh. I obviously didn't kill the white one. And so I want to make sure that this one is dead, and I aim for the head. For its stupid mouth that's just hanging open. And with each arrow released, I just like say out loud like headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot.
Yeah, so you hit it in the head several times. It, as it goes back, it kind of like its head falls backwards and it slumps to the floor, to the ground. And there's just the skeleton left.
Okie dokie, I'll use my second attack on it. Boop.
I think that hits.
Okay, good. Can I say I took a -5 to penalty?
I mean, jeez.
You can if you say it before that you make your attack.
Damn it. Okay. Well, 17 piercing. Dude, could you imagine if I had it as my sworn enemy? What is that damage total?
17 plus 21. 38 damage.
Yep.
Just in one hit. And then on top of the freaking
Plus
if I
the
had
10.
like it, yeah, plus 7 plus 4. So it would have altogether been 49. Dang, I do a lot of damage. Yeah. That's the end of my turn.
Ashe will use her channel divinity and try to turn undead.
Oh well.
It it very much fails. And so it was chattering and chittering before, trying to get everyone to listen to it, but now it's like trying to back away from the party. And Ysera will get up and using her newfound what is it? Her new lease on life, a sight to the light, and cast Sacred Flame. When she does so, the turned skeleton doesn't really have much to go off of running away, and it's the light from Ysera comes down, hits the skeleton, and the skeleton just bursts into bones, clatters on the ground. Alright.
I would like to collect my arrows.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if the guy that they were attacking is okay.
So once the kind of the dust settles and people are feeling how things are going, the man like scrambles to his feet and runs to the undead corpses that lay there, and he looks at all of them and just like falls to his knees and starts crying, bawling his eyes out. Sheila, as you approach, what would you like to say?
Yeah. Are you all right? Why are you so upset about these horrible attacks?
What did you do? You've killed these beautiful beings. I mean, killed them
what?
again. But these were my friends.
They were? How could they be your friends? They looked like they were gonna
I
kill you.
brought them back to unlife. I'm sorry. I'm a wizard. I I specialize in necromancy, and I had these four for so long. We've been in the forest. I tried to make a new friend, and he gestures to the person lying there. And, now I have none. Why do you hate friendship so much?
Oh my goodness, we had no idea. Well, they did do a lot of damage to us, and I show him my wounds where the thing. Oh, I guess I can't because it was psychic damage, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Those things were hollering and harming us. We were protecting ourselves. It was self-defense, you understand.
Your friend. He points to Aja as she's collecting her arrows. You get half your arrows back. Some of them snapped in the bodies and got messed up. But yeah, you get half of what you shot. He says, she shot first. Aja shot first. They only attacked out of. They only attacked out of self-defense.
Well,
of course they would.
Where we come from, the undead are mindless. They are not friends. They're mindless things that just try to eat our brain. And as you know, so
only if they're told to do so.
Here. Oh, so they're friends of yours, huh?
Well, they were. Now I have to start the ritual over again. Well, I
do apologize.
I'll head back
Could
to.
I help you with any of your supplies? Maybe give you a couple of platinum to help you purchase more of your supplies for your ritual? I do apologize for killing your friends. We don't like to walk around and kill people's friends willy-nilly.
Such a whisper to herself.
Hey, he's a lousy necromancer. Don't give him nothing.
Yeah, he did
He's lucky we don't fill him full of arrows.
If I'd appreciate the gift, yes. As compensation for the trauma of losing 4 friends all at once.
I'm gonna give him a couple of flat. I don't care.
And then get out of here.
Fine, I'll take your money and leave. And he
clearly a shakeup. Like
takes the platinum and just like goes back to the body he was before, and he looks at it and he shakes his head and he continues into the forest out of sight.
I would like to loot the dead bodies as soon as he's out of sight.
The dead bodies of the zombies
of
that
the guys,
you just killed?
The guys' friends. So they were friends. Okay. Friends have things. Maybe there's stuff on them. I don't know.
Okay, make an investigation.
It's an 8.
You've the ghostly one, the one that you shot first was, it was incorporeal, so it didn't have anything on it. It just disappeared when it died. The other 2 you find just like scraps of the clothing it once had. Even though they were his friends, he didn't really dress them well. They look like zombies. The skeleton doesn't have anything on him. It's just bones. He's nothing but bones, not even skin. But you search the pockets of the 2 zombies and you find like a locket of hair that's like very close to fading away completely. Even as you pick it up, a lot of it just falls, like disintegrates. You find a well-worn ring. As you pull it off and you look at the inside, it looks like it was to Evelyn. You find very dusty, crusty handkerchief. It looks like it's been used a long time ago and hasn't been used since. And
I will definitely take the ring.
and finally you find probably a couple inches tall little straw doll. It looks like it's had its face poked in with like a needle. And it's got like a little clothing or a shirt and pants that match the zombie you found it on.
I will also take doll.
This is mine now.
And I think I will also take the bones of the skeleton. I'll put them in my bag of holding because I'm sure I can find use for this.
Okay. With that
Just shoveling the bones into my bag.
with that investigation, you managed to get like a femur and a rib, the chattering jaw that caused damage to the other people. And when you try and collect the other things, they kind of like break into dust and pieces.
Oh, so no ring, no doll?
Oh no, you get those, but when
Oh,
you
I
were
see.
collecting the bones from the skeleton.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I got the 3 bones. Sweet. 3 bones weigh like what? 5 pounds? 3 pounds?
I'll say a pound. These bones are well worn.
Excellent. I don't think that guy was telling the truth. I feel like these weren't his friends. I think these were like his minions or slaves or something. They weren't very well taken care of. I think we did good job here today. Very proud of all of us.
It is good day. Okay, so you get back on the road. The few people that were on it kind of saw the action, but were keeping their distance because they were unsure of, like, undead people. That's kind of weird. And a necromancer, nobody likes necromancers. So they just kept to themselves, and you hear occasional whispers of, "Wow, those people were really strong. They took care of those undead real fast."
Are any people still like mad at me for killing the rabbit?
Oh, you left those people in the dust. Like, you just walked past them. They're
Okay.
like a couple days behind.
Excellent.
Okay. And you continue on your path to Daramar, the logging city. And it's getting kind of late. Do you want to keep going? Do you want to
I
finish in
thought that was a
Calimport?
great place to stop it for now.
Okay. Yeah. We'll stop it here. Next time we will finish the journey to Calimport and hopefully destroy artifacts and level up.
Yay!
Excellent. Yay. Okay. I'll tell you what, this bard I'm playing, I've been playing Baldur's Gate, playing a, what is the character I'm, she's a Paladin. Gee whiz, compared to that character, this bard's got shit spell. Just like that. Yeah.
Paladins are pretty great, man.
Paladins are pretty.
They're freaking OP in my opinion because like they can do melee, but they can also do some pretty decent spells.
Yeah. Originally, when I went shopping for Sheila, I was looking at, I got to improve her armor class. But shoot, her armor class is 19.
Yeah, you have amazing armor class.
Shield, yeah, the armor class is fine. I get so much damage though. I take so much damage every time I get hit, but because I don't have any hit points.
Gotta increase your dex so you can dodge.
Well, if you have medium armor, it's a max of 2 plus 2 for AC.
Yeah. So I don't have that. Maybe I need to introduce, if I have a chance to increase stats. I'll increase my constitution, or take a feat or something that helps with my hit. Good thing
Yeah.
too.